Hey guys, Metalhead here, and today I'm doing a new sort of series. It's not going to be a consistent series, just whenever I feel inspired. It's going to be a movie review, more like a spoiler sort of movie review. I'm going to tell you the whole story in the movie, and I decided that I'm going to pick like kind of out there movies, kind of just movies that you don't really hear about, that are kind of bad but funny. I don't know, just out there movies. This sort of came arise when I watched the movie Cabin in the Woods, which is the movie I'm gonna be reviewing right now. It came out on DVD a little while ago, so if you've wanted to see it, you probably already have. If you haven't, probably click away, because I'm gonna tell you the whole story right here, right now. So, here we go. So the movie starts out with these like technician guys in this like lab, and they're doing these like different experiments, like these operations all around the world, and they're like joking with each other. And from there it goes to a group of college students that are planning a vacation out into the cabin in the woods. And you see that the technicians are controlling the environment of basically their whole trip from start to end. And they do this by like changing the environment, and they give them drugs to sort of like manipulate their thoughts and stuff. But anyways, they get to the cabin and they start like partying like college students do, and they start playing like a truth or dare game, and eventually the cellar door just slams open, and and one of the guys is like, "Oh, must have been the wind." And one of the other guys is like, "Yeah, because that makes total sense. There's wind in the cellar." But they dare one of the girls to go down into the cellar, so she goes down and gets scared by like a picture or something, and they all end up coming down, and they're looking at all the knickknacks that have been there. And one of the girls finds this like diary that basically tells about this girl that's like abused by her family, and she gets to a part in the diary where there's like this spell or whatever. She reads that, and that actually triggers a family of zombies to rise from the grave. And you find out later that maybe you find out right then and there, but you find out that based on what they picked in the cellar, what knickknack or whatever they picked, that chose what scenario, like what monster was going to come and kill them. But they all start dying off from these zombies, and eventually it gets down to one of the girls and then two guys, this like jock guy and this like smart guy or whatever. They decide to drive off in their RV. That they drove an RV to the cabin, but they took off in their RV and are heading out, and the technicians who are running the whole thing remember that they forgot to destroy the tunnel, which was their only way away from the cabin, basically. And they're like scrambling around trying to destroy the tunnel with the explosives, and the RV gets to the tunnel. They're like halfway through the tunnel, and all of a sudden it just collapses, of course. They back up, and on the cabin side of the tunnel there's like this ravine that is apparently the only way out. So they had a dirt bike strapped to their RV, and the jock guy decides he's gonna try to jump the ravine. Didn't turn out as planned. This is probably this is the first time in the movie that I just laughed my ass off, because he backs up, gets ready for the jump, takes off, gets about halfway across the ravine, it hits an invisible wall and just drops down the ravine into nothingness. Like, this is the never-ending ravine right here. So the girl that was with them realizes that, oh, there's literally no way out right now. So they drive off, they decide, oh, let's just go the other way. There must be a way out the other way. So the girl and the guy take off in the RV, and what do you know? One of the zombies is hiding in the RV. I don't know why it didn't try and kill him on the way to the tunnel, but kills the guy that's driving. They go off into the lake, and the girl gets out of the RV, swims away, only she gets attacked by the zombie on the dock. So so then it goes back to the technicians, and they're celebrating about completing whatever they were doing. But then all of a sudden the phone rings. Ring ring. And turns out that one of the other guys, which is, this guy is like a stoner guy, he is actually still alive. And this guy actually ends up getting to the dock and saves the girl. And he leads her to one of the graves that the zombies came out of. And that actually leads to an underground elevator. Okay, now you find out that this stoner guy is immune to the drugs that they were pumping into the cabin to, like, alter their moods or whatever, because he smokes the marijuana. So they take the elevator down, and they start passing all these different monsters, and some of the monsters, like, remind the girl about, like, what some of the stuff that was down in the cellar, and realizes that, oh, whatever item we chose, we're basically choosing which monster is going to be killing us. So when they get down to the bottom of the elevator, one of the security guys, like, corners them, and they get rid of him, and then get to the like, control room. I don't know why this room isn't, like, locked or whatever, but they get to the control room and release all the monsters, and there's this gigantic slaughter, and there's all kinds of monsters. There's werewolves, giant bats, zombies, of course, and then there was an evil clown that made me laugh my ass off. That was hilarious. But yeah, then they get to a temple area of the facility, and they end up meeting the director, who turns out to be Sigourney Weaver. Makes a little cameo in this movie, and they find out that the reason why they're being killed by these monsters is it's sort of a ritual to please the ancient ones, I guess, who live beneath the facility and are kept happy by these rituals. And it turns out that the ritual, like, follows these sort of rules. Like, it has to have the certain kind of characters, like the whore, the athlete, the scholar, the fool, who is like the stoner guy, and the virgin, who's the last girl left. And it doesn't matter which order they die in, as long as the virgin is last. Her death is optional. And so the director, like, tries to persuade the girl to kill the stoner guy to complete the ritual, and she almost does it. She takes a gun out and is, like, pointing it at him all of a sudden she gets attacked by a werewolf. And the director and the stoner are like rolling on the ground fighting, and then one of the zombies that were released comes in, kills the director, and the stoner guy pushes them off the edge into like a gigantic pit. But then right at the end, they end up like forgiving each other, and they like accept that the world is going to end basically. And then right at the end, a gigantic hand, which is the ancient one, just bursts out of the ground, destroying the facility, the cabin in the woods, and basically the whole world. So yeah, it was a pretty fucked up movie. I watched it a couple days ago, and I don't know what to think of it. So that's my new movie review series. Hope you like it. Leave a like if you did, if you're still here, that is. And if you are still here and you haven't already, please subscribe. That's all I got for you guys. See you guys later.